is Andre Ward, and you're watching Dante's Boxing Nation.
This is Dante Williams, and you're watching Dante's Boxing Nation.
Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? So the Rios versus Chavez fight turns in some of the lowest TV ratings of the year. According to ESPN's Dan Rafael, this was the 13th most watched fight this year. That is not good. Listen, this is not Brandon Rios' fault, okay? Brandon Rios, he did his job. He is not to blame. I'm going to tell you who is to blame. The dumb, casual-ass fan. They are to blame. The ignorant fans, they are to blame. Just like Andre Ward said in my interview, it's all smoke and mirrors. These decafs, they love to create illusions. And see, the problem with illusions is truth always will defy and expose ignorance or illusions. And speaking of Andre Ward, one of the interview videos that I did, someone sent me a message, and they basically said, Andre Ward is not must-see TV, right? This is a simple case of, if we can't beat you, then we won't watch you. Or at least we will tell people that we won't watch you. Trying to create an illusion, a diversion, right? And the reason why I'm saying this is, it's an illusion because it's not real. It's not the truth. You're going to sit over here and you're going to throw all that red meat to all of the ignorant fans that you know will believe it, and then spread the word and have everyone saying, no one wants to watch Ward. He's boring, not must-see TV. You're saying all of this stuff, but then when the numbers come out, you look foolish, like you do right now when it comes to Brandon Rios' numbers. You know, I remember a couple weeks back, just logging into my YouTube, there was one of those requested videos to watch, and just reading the headline, some guy, he was basically saying, we need more Brandon Rios fighters. We need more Brandon Rios versus Mike Alvarado. We need more fights like that. We need more fighters like that. Like basically saying, these are the only type of fighters that people want to watch. And all these other fighters that use defense and box, they're just boring. Nobody wants to watch them. Now, feeding stuff like that to the ignorant fans may work for a short period of time, right? Until the truth comes out, which it just came out right now. And this is the truth. How is it possible that a Gatti-type fighter like Brandon Rios, with a strong Mexican fan base, can do less than 1 million views on free television? Meanwhile, the fighter that these fans claim no one wants to watch, Andre Ward, he does well over 1 million views against Edwin Rodriguez. How is it possible that other boxers, like Terrence Crawford, he fought twice against no-name opponents, Kilmov and Sanabria, right? How come he was able to do well over 1 million views? Smoke and mirrors. The truth will always come out. You can sit over here and talk about, oh, so-and-so is boring and this and that. Like I always tell you guys, saying someone is boring, saying someone is overrated, saying this, saying that, 9 times out of 10, it is a cover-up to say, I don't like the guy. Don't get me wrong. Some fighters are overrated. Some fighters are underrated. But I'm saying some fans, they abuse that word just to cover up how they really feel about a certain fighter. What this proves is, deep down in everyone's heart, nobody really cares what style you fight. Nobody really cares what style you fight. I mean, of course we want to see blood and guts. Of course we want to see all of these things. But at the end of the day, by looking at the numbers, we also want to see intelligence. We also want to see sweet science. The numbers tell you that is the case. This is not just me assuming shit. The numbers don't lie. But fans do all the time. Because they may hate somebody so much, because they may love somebody so much. But at the end of the day, they will lie just to protect their heart. I mean, how do you guys explain this? How do you guys explain this? And this is not the first time this has happened. We've seen this with a lot of different fighters. After Tim Bradley beat Manny Pacquiao, everyone was talking horrible about him because of the controversy. The people were saying nobody wants to watch him. He's crap. He's this. He's that. Next thing you know, Tim Bradley comes right back, fights on TV, fights on HBO, fights against a relatively unknown fighter, Provodnikov at the time, and he does some of the highest numbers on HBO. In fact, I believe at the time it was the highest of the year until Chavez beat him out. Nonito Donaire. Do you guys know which Nonito Donaire fight received the most views on HBO? It was the fight against Guillermo Rigo, right? It wasn't against Jorge Arce. It wasn't against Narvaez. It wasn't against Vasquez. It was against Guillermo Rigo. The guy that these ignorant fans claim nobody wants to watch. Nobody wants to watch him, right? So how come Donaire does his best numbers when he goes against him? That doesn't make sense. If nobody wanted to watch him, that would have been Donaire's lowest numbers, not his highest numbers. I mean, this is all common sense. You cannot deny the truth. You cannot deny the numbers. Once again, this is not Brandon Rios' fault. He did his job. This is the fans' fault because they always contradict themselves, thinking with nothing but heart and emotion. And whenever you think with heart and emotion without using your brain, you're going to run right into counters. And you're going to make yourself look foolish. That's why it's better to just use your damn brain. Speak with common sense. You know what they say. Don't go out telling a lie, because then you're going to have to tell more lies to cover up that lie, right? And this is what happens in the sport of boxing all the time. You say something that you know is not true, and then once you get exposed, you're forced to come up with another lie because you have too much pride to admit you were lying the first damn time, right? It's the exact same thing. So one more time, these numbers prove that no one is excluding certain styles from the sport of boxing. Only the ignorant fans try to create an illusion with smoke and mirrors. That's all I got to say. I'm on to the next one.